Hello, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Mary, Payne and Kimberly here. You guys, we had about 5-6 minutes of our recording platform not working here. So
I would say 10, 15 minutes. It felt like longer.
I would say 6-7.
Oh God, you just want to do that.
I know. I just wanted to do that. Sorry. I love an old thing that young people said 4 years ago. I love to, to keep it current. Anyway, so that's why we sounded so surprised when we logged on, because we had just been sitting here hitting record, and it wouldn't work. But here we are, everybody. Here we are. Today is TLC Tuesday. And we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiance season 12. Somehow my voice is very craggly. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's nighttime. Maybe it's because Ingrid is wondering what's happening. I logged on finally. Ingrid, don't worry.
Ingrid.
Sorry.
Wasn't our fault.
You're at band practice. I think because I was at the beach and I was like being crazy and having drinks every night. And I don't normally do that in my everyday life. So I think that messes with your voice. Maybe that's why like Stevie Nicks sounds so raspy, you know?
A lot of these ladies, you can tell by the voice, like Marissa's mom. It's a voice thing. But your voice sounds young still.
Oh, well.
But you know the women where it's like, oh, I can just tell. Like on age inappropriate, there is a lady who is shockingly old for how she looks.
Oh, yes.
Shockingly. Like
Janet Jackson is her name.
Her name is Janet Jackson, not that one. And she looks incredible.
She's 60 and she looks 40.
It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah,
witchcraft.
Yeah.
And but the voice is a little like she's lived a life.
Yeah, sometimes it's a smoker's thing, but for me, I think it's just like staying up too late and having wine and anyway. I'm back on the I got to get on the clean and narrow. I'm taking my son to college this week, and we'll be doing Love is Blind notes, and that's gonna, as per use, just completely wipe out my immune system. Just the amount of work. But don't worry,
much
guys.
Like
we'll get it done
on these reality shows. Actually, Love is Blind is not as like, it's not like Love Island, like where they're just all just like boning all the time.
No,
because they're separate. So there's no like, there's not like STDs are flowing on an island type situation.
No. It's not like Temptation Island. And that's just good, dirty fun. That's what that is. They've been filming that. I was watching Mark L. Wahlberg's stories. He was definitely in Hawaii for quite a bit of time. So that's something to look forward to. Love is Blind UK. I am looking forward to it. It comes out next week, guys, on the 19th. I don't know exactly what's going on with the screeners, but probably won't be dropping all the episodes immediately like I usually do. Probably be doing like a little half and halfsies because of the moving kids into college situation not kids, just the one. Speaking of, we got to get this podcast going because he wants to sit with me and start looking at crap to order for his new frat house situation.
I love it.
It's so funny. One of the moms in the group said, is anybody bringing like a little dining table, like a little kitchen table? And the other moms wrote, no space, TV trays of this. I was like, because some of the moms now been there and seen it, and I have not seen it. I've only seen pictures and artist renderings of the other moms because they're trying to help me measurements. So that's fun.
Hilarious.
That's been fun.
Just don't spend a lot because you know it's all going to be just sticky and stained. I meant from alcohol. I didn't mean anything nefarious or sexual going on with your child.
No,
I didn't mean that.
No, everything
not like Sarper's bottle collection.
Everything will be like Amazon or on a lower end Wayfair Target situation.
Yeah.
Or I could just wait till I get there and just go around to like the thrift shops and stuff and find stuff. That's
drive
fun.
Around and pick stuff up off the side of the street. That's how every male in college that I knew furnished their apartments.
I have to tell you, on Age Inappropriate, the new show on WeTV that the episode dropped yesterday. Our episode dropped yesterday. that one girl that was trying to decorate that house, it definitely looked like she picked up 4 different chairs off the street.
Yeah.
We're like, why can't she pull it together and decorate this house?
She has a rich husband who's 1,000 years old. He's expecting the bare minimum. He's like Josh. He just wants a chair to sit in.
Yes.
Couch.
God bless.
He's giving her the money. He's giving her the credit card. So just order stuff.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, this week this is 90 Day Fiance, guys. Sorry. 90 Day Fiance, season 12, episode 14 on borrowed time. Now we're going to start with Marissa and Edward.
They're like a mob hit out on someone and they haven't been killed yet.
What some of these people, it feels like it. We're going to start with Marissa and Edward. And I got to tell you, I enjoyed the beginning of this situation with them. I was like, look, okay, I can kind of see how they got along.
Yeah. We were shipping them briefly and then it just all went to hell.
Yeah. But we know they got married. So again, how did they get there? We don't know.
I want to know like what the percentage of time these people think is appropriate to have a good enough relationship so that you should get married. Like, is it just 50% of the time? Do they think like 51 maybe? Like, do they think I am happy with this person 51% of the time?
Okay.
That is enough for us to get married. Whereas opposed to people that you might meet in normal life would expect to be happy with this person like 80-90% of the time, probably.
I'd say 80-85% would be better. Yeah.
That's what I hear from like, I don't know, therapists on TV. They're like 80% is good.
Yeah.
She is 80% good for me. But the people here, it's like 21% of the time it's good. Then
and then they'll tell you, well, they shot us, 12 hours a day for 4 months and they had to cull it down to 6 minutes. And,
right.
There were so many fun things they didn't show. So,
right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So Marissa, who is in a few minutes going to be staring at Edward like she's going to shiv him in prison, like the scariest look I've ever seen someone give another person.
The way her lips got so small and her face is so tight and thin and it's just like it's like just a crack dealer who wants their money and it has a gun and it's pointed right at you and they just it's like scary. It was scary.
Like someone's holding your feet upside down off of a balcony.
Give me my money.
Yes. Scared. So but first of all, happy times. They're walking hand in hand to a bar class. And so maybe it's the exercise that made her so angry. She thinks exercise is making her happy, but it's not. It does the opposite for her.
I think being at that Bar 3 studio is her happy place. I do.
It really is. But she should just stay there when she's not there. So they're walking. She's teaching a bar class. And he thinks it's a ladies' class. No offense. And I'm going to be able to handle it. And she's like, it's going to be harder than you think. They say it's been a week since their fight in New York, and they've been working really hard on the relationship and on their lists that they have for each other. And they got a new puppy, which will solve everything.
I know. And they should just have a baby too.
Yeah, it saves that. She literally says, I think it's bringing our family together and our relationship stronger.
I'm sure a puppy pooping in her house is really making her happy.
I mean, she probably doesn't even let Edward poop in the house.
No,
she probably makes him go to the gas station. Like, so they hug outside, and she says, he says, I'm getting excited. And she says, I feel you getting excited.
She asked him, she goes, are you getting excited? He goes, what? And she goes, I can feel it. I was like, oh my gosh. Just so, Lord.
I was like, on the streets of Pennsylvania. So you're going to be kicked out of the country club. So she says, I feel a little awkward being affectionate with him, but it was on the list. And as he does things that make me happier, it comes more easily for me too. It's like a circle, and he probably does more things to make you happy because you're being nicer to him.
There you go.
So in the class, he wants to use 20-pound weights, and she laughs at him. And she's like, as your instructor, I suggest 8 pounds or less. And he settles on 12 pounds. And he says, it's easy. And she goes, I'm not going to micromanage you. And with like tight, I don't do that anymore. New Marissa. And he's like, I love new Marissa. We'll see how long new Marissa.
I did notice, though, that when he was holding the weights, you could see on the end, they said 10. So he had 10-pound weights. Yeah.
He had 10 pounds.
Yes.
So the class starts. He's struggling right away. He can't believe it. She suggests a modification for him. And I don't need a modification. He says, I felt like I was in boot camp. These are Wonder Woman's. I don't know how they're doing it. And he's complimenting the women. Like, I don't know how you did that. That was hard. And after he says, I feel like I'm dying. I can't move. And she says, I told you not to grab the heavy weights. And he says, yes, you're my trainer. So then she puts him to work mopping the exercise mats. I thought they sprayed them with
it was a Swiffer.
Alcohol. Yeah.
So I wonder if they spray them with alcohol and then Swiffer them dry.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't alcohol just dry?
It does. It dries on its own. Yeah. They make special sprays for yoga mats.
Yoga mat. I didn't understand.
So she says, I want to get back to the old us. All the things we're doing reminds me of why we fell in love. And he says he feels all the effort she's putting in to try to be more patient with him. And which means we have to start to be more patient with her, as I feel like a television audience. If she's going to do her part, we're going to try to do our part.
Okay, we can try.
It won't last on both ends. So they're getting ready to go out to dinner. He's waiting for her. She corrects his English, which I don't know if he likes if she does that. Maybe he does. I feel like
what did he say that she corrected? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
It was like I can't remember what it was.
It was a verb. It was
a verb tense. Yes.
Yeah. So she says, I really want to keep it light tonight and enjoy each other's company and just have fun. And he says, I love seeing you laugh and smile. And he says, I'm happy because I've seen so much change. And she says, I'm glad that you're happy, but this conversation is so serious and I want tonight to be fun. So that's warning number one.
Also, he ordered a drink. And she kind of said, like, okay, good. I'm glad you're having fun and having a drink. I mean, maybe I'll even get crazy and order a drink.
Yeah, it's a fun night. So the food comes. She tells him to put his napkin on his lap, like her mother taught her. Too bad the mother hasn't given her the name of the plastic surgeon.
We're dying to know who did that lady's face. It's so good.
We really want to know. What's your doctor's name? So he says, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, which is how he speaks. He says it all the time. Yeah. And she laughs and she's like, you say honest a million times. And he says, my decision was that you're not going to change. And I was going to go back to my country. And she's like, this is too serious. Why are you doing this? And he says, I'm trying to tell you, I was being jealous and I was questioning myself. So what I did was I decided this is her choice. If one day you decide to cheat on me, it's your loss. It's so I feel better. I think he's saying because it was out of my hands.
Yeah. Like he can't control it. Yeah.
I can't control her. And if she does, she's going to lose me and I'm a great catch. And she says, this was supposed to be a fun night. This is not the time for this emotional, heavy conversations. And it's frustrating that he can't pick up on the cues or me just telling him there's flat out.
Yeah.
I don't want to have this conversation right now.
Right.
And she says, and then he kind of he raises his voice the tiniest bit. And she says, I've had trauma in the past. And when I see a hint of anger or aggression, I get triggered. And so she says, the good night is just over now. You've ruined it. And he says, well, you're rolling your eyes while I'm trying to tell you something. And she's like, because I said I didn't want to have this kind of conversation now. Yeah. And he says something and like, again, tiniest bit raising his voice. And she goes, lower your voice.
It was scary. I was scared. I'm scared right now. Stop doing that. I'm scared.
It was very scary. And
it was like this. It was like this because I've got really, really thin lips, so I can do it. It's like, lower your voice.
Lower your voice.
And then she got her mouth really small. Lower your voice. I will spank you in public. I am not afraid.
Exactly. It's that final warning.
I will march you right out of this restaurant, young man.
Yeah, it's the warning that comes after 5 of I'm counting to 5.
Yes.
It's the warning that comes after 5. Yeah. So he keeps trying to talk about the relationship because she's not getting it, or he's not getting it, that she doesn't want to do this. Mm-hmm. And she says, I need a break. And she walks away. She's like, again, perfect. I just wanted to have fun, relax without the kids, have a drink, and he's ruined it. I think it's just a communication thing too. He was trying to say like the same things they were talking about at the bar studio, which is like, I'm so happy. I've seen changes. I was almost ready to walk away, but now I'm so happy. But it was still too serious. And she did not want to. I don't know what their fun conversations are like. Do they talk about the kids? Like, do they talk about his plans? Like, I don't know what they don't seem to have like do they talk about a TV show they're loving, or like, I don't know what they talk about.
I was just trying to think of other people on the show and that they might be having fun. Like you see Debby and Mido, and she laughs at all his corny jokes.
Yes, that's true.
And that's fun for them, for him to make a joke about a banana being a flower, you know?
Right.
So I could see that. But for them, we haven't seen.
Maybe they would just keep talking about the bar class. And how he thought it was hard, like, and
you got excited when you hugged me, and I felt your
boner. There might be a lot of circumcision boner foreskin talk.
A lot of boner chat. Boner chat with Marissa and Edward.
It's a new podcast. So it just went horribly. So it was a real roller coaster with them this week.
I was a real roller coaster with them this week. Y'all, as ladies of a certain age, we know that things are starting to happen, okay? Our skin loses some glow and elasticity. Your hair and nails have a little bit more breakage. Sometimes my joints feel more stiff. So let's talk about why this happens, okay? Your body's natural collagen production begins to decline in your mid-20s. So if you don't know, collagen is the crucial protein that provides structure and support to your hair, skin, nails, joints, and overall longevity. It's often referred to as the glue that holds our bodies together. So you can probably imagine that a decline in collagen production has some big impacts on your body. But here's the thing, you can actually turn back the clock on your body's collagen production and start feeling like you're in your 20s again. Come on now. Now that's where Bub's natural collagen peptides come in. Bubs helps restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in its youth. That means your hair, skin, nails, and joints are all getting the proteins you need to stay healthy. Your body can continue to perform at its best. Bubs holds the potential to enhance skin elasticity and hydration while also contributing to stronger hair and nails. It can also significantly alleviate your joint pain, improve your mobility. So I started taking the Bubs collagen peptides, and I, may have a little more pep in my step. I've been using Bubs really, and it's made a difference in my hair and my nails. They definitely feel stronger. My left knee is not as achy as it was. And it's crazy that just one scoop of Bubs collagen peptides in your coffee each morning can have such an impact on how you look and feel every day. I put that scoop in my coffee and it just dissolves. No taste. You could put it in water. I just put it in my coffee. It has 0 sugars, sweeteners, or fillers. It's third-party tested, NSF certified for sport and Whole30 approved, so you know it's clean and trustworthy. It's sustainably sourced from grass-fed, pasture-raised cattle. And Bubs Naturals also makes creatine monohydrate, hydrate or dye electrolytes, MCT oil creamers. But when you go with Bubs, you're going to get a product that you can trust 100%. All their products use clean, high-impact ingredients that are third-party tested, like I said, backed by science, and help you perform at your highest level. So live better longer. For a limited time only, our listeners are getting 20% off at Bubs Naturals by using code PINKSHADE at checkout. Just head to bubsnaturals.com and use code PINKSHADE and you're all set. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and say we sent you. Y'all, at this stage in my life, I'm realizing how much my sleep or lack of sleep actually affects everything. Energy, mood, focus, any kind of health thing, it all comes back to sleep, especially mood. Like, you really don't want to be around me if I haven't gotten 8 hours of sleep. And at some point, you stop chasing trends and start investing in comfort that lasts. Like, is it worth it to be hot and miserable while you sleep? Or is it worth it to invest in a good night's sleep and get yourself some amazing 8 hours? Boll and Branch bedding is designed for exactly that kind of rest. From their signature organic cotton sheets to plush pillows, breathable blankets, and temperature regulating comforters, everything is made to create a bed that truly supports your good sleep. It's incredibly soft and breathable, y'all. I love these sheets. They're built to get better over time. This is the kind of sleep you should not have to compromise on anymore. Now, a lot of customers will start with their sheets, but once they feel them, they upgrade the whole bed. They get those waffle blankets and everything. We've now gotten two sets of Boll and Branch sheets for our bed. So when we change the sheets, we aren't mad. Like, this is the week we have to use the terrible old sheets. No, we've got Boll and Branch. So every time we switch, that's what we have. And they do get softer over time. Now, it's Boll and Branch all the time at our house. And we just got the waffle blankets for our bedroom. And now we have their towels. We're just fully a Boll and Branch house at this point. You should upgrade your sleep with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off your first order plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com/pinkshade with code pinkshade. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/pinkshade, code pinkshade to unlock 15% off. Exclusions apply. Debby and Mido. Okay. They were on the screen and I was watching this live as it was on because I was packing to leave the beach and I knew I was going to take my notes in the car. So I was just watching it live. And my husband comes in and says,
did he say, that looks like an Egyptian Brad Pitt?
No, strangely, he didn't say that. He just said, like, I don't understand this. How old is that lady? I said, well, she's 55, which is 2 years younger than me. So slow your roll.
So shut up. Yeah.
So shut up. And 3 years younger than you, mister. And I said, and that guy, and he goes, what is he like, in his 30s? I go, no. I go, actually, he's in his 40s. And he's like, huh.
That's
I said,
weird.
yeah. I said, their age difference isn't crazy.
Yeah. It looks worse than it is.
It does. Yeah, it does. Especially now after watching that age inappropriate show, some of those people. So these two lovebirds, you just can't stop with their love and their affection. They're going to go to a cooking class. She says it's their first date as an officially engaged couple. Okay.
And they're holding hands. I think that's the most touching we've ever seen them do.
Later, they kiss on the lips.
That was creepy and weird.
Crazy. So he says he does not need cooking classes. He knows how to cook, but Debby, needs mini sessions. And she goes, I get home every day after 5:30. So it'd be nice for him to learn a few things that he could do before I get home. Yeah. If it's agreed that he's going to work on his acting career or not get a job, yes, he should be cooking.
Yes.
So then they are doing some sort of shrimp pasta situation. And I didn't need to see any of that shrimp stuff. I looked away. I turned my head to the side.
I was happy they were wearing gloves.
Well, yeah. So when she's trying to like tear the shrimp apart, Mido was like, do it, Debby. You should be doing it. Don't look at me. She's like, I am grossed out. He goes, you should be doing this, Debby. You need to learn how to cook. I was like, I'm grossed out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's the biggest shrimp I'd ever seen in my life.
You gotta like de-poop it.
No. So he jokes with her about when he was in Egypt with her. She said, I said, Debby, can you cook? Oh, yes, I'm so good. I can cook everything. And he goes, and since I've been here, I've only tasted French fries or tuna salad. And she goes, that's cooking.
That's like me when I boil spaghetti and do the Jenny marinara sauce.
Yeah. You're like
Prego. That's cooking. I just cook.
Chop up some onions and put it in there.
Oh, that's way too. No, that's a whole extra step.
You got a sauce. So they're in this cooking class and she tells the chef, let me tell you about this hilarious joke my fiance pulled on me the other day.
Why did she tell him don't tell people this story.
It's awful. She goes, he's really a jokester. And we were looking at a wedding venue and he told me he was going to go home to Egypt. and Mido goes, so you see me, I am so funny, so full of surprises. And Debby goes, yeah, I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, you guys are
also in heart attack range.
Stop.
Like, I mean, any woman is like heart disease is like one of the number one killers of women. So, and I feel like the symptoms are like they're not like the typical ones. They're like different, I think. Mm-hmm. It's not like left arm hurts. So like, it shouldn't be, she could really get a heart attack. His dumb jokes could kill her.
Yeah. Maybe that's his plan. I'm going to
there we go. Mm-hmm. But do it after the wedding, at least.
The talking head Debby says, Mido shows love in different ways. And sometimes I'm okay with it, but I want him to be more open with me, more affectionate with me. So they're on the date and they're eating and she says, this date has been so nice. I'm starting to feel like much more comfortable and I'm really happy. And he goes, okay. And she says, how do you feel? And he goes, how do you think I feel? I got engaged with you. And she goes, I know, but sometimes it's nice to hear it. He says, so I am happy.
Oh my God, was that hard to say that? It is.
And she goes, I love you. I love you so much. And he just stares at her and he goes, I love you too.
Oh God.
And she goes, thank you. And he kisses her hand.
I only had to beg you to say it for months and months and months. But
the talking head, she says, this is the first time since he's been there that he has said it. And now his actions are lining up with what she wants. They've had obstacles, but she's very happy in this moment. So the next day he's making juice, but I think it's like a smoothie. And he's made it in a cup and he's put like a orange or something on the side. And she's like, oh my goodness, look at you, the cooking class. And he goes, oh yes, I'm cooking for you now, Debby. And she goes, are you ready? Tomorrow is the wedding. And he goes, oh yes, I'm ready. And she goes, I still have to decide what dress I'm going to wear. And I got to go get some flowers today. He goes, if you do not get flowers, Debby, you can use banana. You get banana, you can throw it to your friends. I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
No,
it's not even funny. It's not even like we have this broccoli or just something that could be a flower. I mean,
right.
Talking head, she says, only her son and her daughter are coming to the wedding. Her son, Caden, is 24 and he is very, very protective of her. He has reservations about Mido and is concerned because, it's an Egyptian actor moving to the United States. Okay.
Is that the point where we see a photo of him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the Discord on the podcast chat that we are on of if he was hot or not. Was
right. In that picture, he's hot.
In that picture, he's hot, but he is a shapeshifter, shifter. So in some photos, it's like, ooh, what was I thinking? And then some photos, it's like,
wow. But I did go look through his Instagram, and that is where I discovered that there were some pictures where they weren't so great. But interesting.
Hashtag journalism.
That's what I do here, guys. That's what I do. So she tells him she's going to go look at flowers for the wedding. She really wants them to be nice. And her friends, Laura and Astra, will be there. And maybe you can come and you guys can mend fences. And he says, no, they are your friends, not my friends. And she goes, so you have no interest in a conversation? And he goes, no. But then she kisses him on the lips. Goodbye. And he's like, bye-bye, Debby. She kissed him on the lips.
I thought that he wouldn't do that.
I thought he wouldn't do that either.
I don't know. His rules are slipping. Maybe the fake love is turning into real love. It's like the movie Green Card. And he's Gerard Depardieu, and he is developing real feelings.
I remember Gerard Depardieu being in that movie, but who was the girl that was in it?
Andie MacDowell?
Oh, I think so too. It's a real current reference, everybody. That movie was probably like 1997. So, and talking head, Mido goes, I won't go anywhere to flower shop or anywhere with friends. I've told her that because after the haunted house night, I can't deal with them. We get a replay of his horrible behavior.
They did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And one of them was wearing a cute League of Their Own costume.
Sure was.
Which, how happy is she that she picked like a good costume that year? Because imagine if you had half-assed it and they keep showing that footage.
Yeah, but forever and ever.
That was forever and ever.
Yeah.
And now we always will remember her great League of Their Own costume.
And he says, I still haven't forgiven them. And for me, it's done. I won't do that.
Forgiven for what?
What did they do? They did nothing.
No, Debbie's the one who called you a non-virgin.
So she meets with Laura and Astra, and she's like, well, she shows them her ring, and they go, what's that? And she goes, I'm getting married tomorrow. And they go, what? Tomorrow? Wow. Talking had these two ladies, we love them. They're like, if she marries him, it's going to have a negative impact on her life. This is seriously questionable. And it seems like last time we met him, it wasn't a good impression. We're very nervous, but she's made her mind up and there's no way to stop her. This is just how she is. But like, I just think about all the years she has given up dating anybody else for this loser. I just can't. Yeah. So
also has she not seen them since Halloween? Because it feels like
they're all like, it's been a minute. Hey, good to see you, girl.
Right. And then it's like knowing what we know about toxic relationships and like the one partner isolating you from your friends. It does make me nervous that these women are like very close to her and they have not seen her or been updated about what was happening with Mido. They are looking. No update. They're looking at her like I would imagine I would look at a friend who is telling me she just found a really fun group to join called Nexium. And I'd be like, oh,
okay. Yeah.
I'm going to need to hear more about that.
Yeah. They're looking at her like, so they walk into the flower shop and they're like, okay, so the wedding is tomorrow, huh? And she says, yeah. And they said, well, how did this all go down? And she goes, well, the last couple of weeks have been smooth sailing. It's been so great, and they go, but do you think it's like super fast? And I mean, are you feeling the pressure to do it? She goes, well, for sure. I wish we had 6 months on the visa because I don't think 3 months is enough time. 6 months will give you some breathing room, but we have to do it now or he'll have to leave. And she goes, they said, well, what's the wedding going to be like? What should we wear? Kind of a thing.
Yeah. Do I need to take off work tomorrow?
Yeah. So like Wednesday at 3, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So she says, it's just going to be me and the kids and him. And they're like, we're not invited. Like we can't come. And she goes, I'm sorry. It's just going to be me and the kids and him.
So I have asked you here to help me pick out my wedding flowers to a wedding you are not invited to. Like, do not ask me to help you with your wedding planning. And I'm not even getting a free dinner out of it.
It's crazy because what do they need flowers for? She says Mido and Caden don't need flowers. They're not going to even have a boutonniere or anything. So it's just going to be like her carrying something.
Bouquet. Yeah, I guess.
So the florist named Sue comes out and they talk about the flowers. They get some champagne and Laura and Astor are like, so he's being nice to you now, like not telling you to shut your mouth. And she goes, oh no, nothing like that. And they're like, you don't have to do this. Like, no, you don't have to do this. It's never too late to change your mind.
All that he's being nice to you means is that he has realized he has to stop doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And actually use his Brad Pitt level acting skills.
Right.
To pretend to be nice to her. And he's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's all he's had to do. And he's done it. That's all that before was the real him.
Yes.
This is the fake him this past few weeks.
I agree. And so they say it's never too late. And she goes, well, I know all that, but he is my person. And the talking head Debbie says, I wish they would just be happy for me. Like, it's not great to hear all of this 12 hours before your wedding. So Caden, her son, sends her a text. And she goes, oh, Caden's sending me a text, and they go, oh, how does Caden like Mido? And she goes, well, they haven't met. So it seems to me Caden is in New Orleans. He is not outside the city, because she goes, no, they haven't met. Like, he's in school 5 days a week and he works 4 nights a week. He just has no free time. So they could have gone to the restaurant where he works.
Exactly.
And sat in his section and met him.
Exactly. Yeah. He's had one afternoon off.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. School 5 days a week, works 4 nights a week, but no free time.
He's hearing from the sister. I'll tell you about this loser. You don't want to meet him.
No. Yeah. Like, just don't miss a shift for this guy. Mm-hmm. So she goes, oh no, he just texted me that his work wants him to come in the evening tomorrow. Oh God, I was hoping this wouldn't happen. And they go, well, it's kind of like the biggest day in your life. Like, he can't say it's my mother's wedding, I can't come in. Like, yeah. I hope Caden understands this is important. And she goes, yeah, oh gosh. And the talking head, Astra and Laura, go, he better come to this wedding. Like, she's only asking 2 people to be there, her son and her daughter. Like, her kids are her whole world. I mean, it's a college job. He can miss a shift.
Yeah. And they need 2 rational people there to try to talk her out of it. The daughter and the son. It can't just be all on the daughter.
And I think that they know, because this is like her baby boy, like if he says it, Mm-hmm. So they say to her, would you get married without Caden? And she goes, no, I wouldn't. I won't. I would just have to postpone the wedding. I wouldn't do it if he's not there. And he knows that. And they go, well, maybe subconsciously he's not going to come, so you won't do it. Not on purpose, but maybe subconsciously that's what he's doing. And she goes, if this happens, I'll have to call the whole wedding off. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. So she starts crying and they hug her. And in the talking head, she says, maybe Caden does not approve, but if he can't come, I can't see a wedding.
What day are we at?
Oh, it didn't tell us, but we are like 11 days out. Like, it's very close.
Wow. Okay. So it has to happen.
I did see an internet rumor that these 2 have been banned from filming and he has gone back to Egypt.
What?
So like, he did something horrible in production. This is the rumor that I read on the internet, guys. It's alleged and probably not true, but that he got banned from filming. So in turn, she got banned from filming, and that we would not be seeing them. So I don't know if they went to the reunion, he did something terrible, but they said he had gone back to Egypt.
Why would she get banned?
I don't know. Maybe she acted horrible too. She does have a temper. I don't know.
Oh my God. But so again, think they got married, because that was the first internet rumor, was people said that they got married.
People have shown their marriage certificate. Yeah. Right. That it was filed and also like finished. Like, it was filed and they got married. Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh my God.
We shall see. What episode are we on? Like 13?
14.
Yeah, we gotta be getting close, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually it's like 22 or something, right?
Yeah.
Including tell-alls?
Yes. It's like 21 or 22, including tell-alls. We gotta be like 4 away, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas and Paula.
This was my favorite.
It was your favorite of all time?
All time. It was a sitcom. I did not know I needed an apartment with 9 Brazilian people and Thomas all living together under one roof.
I loved his OBX t-shirt. I was like, hilarious. Yeah. Outer Banks. Yeah.
I loved it. So first of all, she's cleaning the balcony. She brought a rug online for $70 with the credit card he gave her. And he's like, 17? And she's like, no, 70. And he goes, Jesus Christ. So,
but it did look nice because it was round and the balcony was kind of round. And so that was like a good idea. So I was like, good idea.
She has good taste. Yeah. So she just
has any taste, because he has 0. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's pulling out all of their camping gear that they use when they go to music festivals, which I cannot picture Thomas at a music festival, because I feel like the dust and the drugs and the smell and the smell of the pot, the marijuana smell, like I feel like it would aggravate his allergies.
Just
He'd have to wear a hazmat suit. Yeah, the BO. He'd full on hazmat suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's bizarre. If anyone's ever seen him at a music festival, please let us know.
and what kind
you'll
of music
probably
is it?
find him. Yeah, you'll probably find him in the nurse's tent at all times.
What kind of host joked?
So, I mean, like Burning Man, can you imagine the smoke getting in his eyes, or Coachella? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, they have camping stuff for music festivals. It's crazy.
So she says she doesn't really want this camping stuff she's like, my mom is gonna have to sit on this camping chair, and he folds it out. He's like, yeah, you could sleep on this. And she's like, my family is flying 14 hours to come here. You want them to sleep on that? Now, this is her fault because he suggested get a hotel for them. Yes. So they could have beds, but you have chosen not to. So she says, since the ultimatum, she has stopped wearing deodorant and perfume to keep the peace. And he's trying to make it work with all of her family coming there for the week of the wedding. So they're going to use his work desk as a dining table because he, of course, has that floor table. And she's like, let's just buy a dining room table. And he's like, we don't have room for a third table. We have my desk and we have the floor table. Where would we even put a third table? So he pulls out a gaming desk chair and he's like, your mom can sit at this chair at the table. It's like the head of the, it's a big gaming chair. It's like the head of it's the best chair in the house. Come on. Yeah. He's trying to amp up everything. Like, look at this great chair. Your mom can sit here. And this setup cost me $0. Imagine if we had like a boring dining room table with like 4 identical chairs. That would be so horrible.
Why it would
she
look
said,
so nice.
Yes, I would love that. Can we do that, please? And she goes, we can't have a dining table because this is where I do yoga every day. I put out my yoga mat and this is my yoga spot in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the room.
In the dining area.
Yeah. She's like, go to the gym. You take up the whole living room. It's selfish. And he says, you're not being fair. I wish that you appreciated life the same way I do.
These two people really don't need to be together.
They don't. And really this judgment, like he really thinks his minimalistic attitude makes him a better person because he appreciates
a yoga mat
life.
Anywhere. You could put a yoga mat in the bedroom at the foot of the bed, roll it up, shove it under the bed at night.
That's the point of yoga is you can take it with you anywhere. Right. You could go to the park. He thinks he's better than her. He is very particular and his way of doing things is the best way. And if you don't like it, you're bad.
That's it.
So she looks so defeated. She's just worn down. She's just like head slumped. And she says, if this was all temporary, I could deal with it. But you're telling me that this is a beautiful way to live and we're going to be living like this the rest of our lives. And I can't accept that. And I'll go back to Brazil. It's making me feel like a crazy person here. I don't have any control. She said, there's a gasoline burning inside of me. And she's going to burn this whole place down. She's like, I'm going to pretend for my family that things are happy, but I'm open to going back to Brazil with them. And he's like, I'm giving you everything I can, everything I'm capable of giving you.
Except just some furniture from fucking Target or something. Like, who cares?
That's all. So then it's the day her family's arriving because she manifested it, or they bought plane tickets or whatever. She says it's because she manifested it. And she's so thrilled and she wants these issues with Thomas put aside. She doesn't want to fight in front of the family, which lasts about 0.2 seconds. It lasts as long as Marissa being nice to Edward lasted.
Right. It's true.
So she's like, I just want a non-stressful, normal life with furniture. I'm not asking for much. And it's very sweet. They're all hugging. The family is so excited to be there. Thomas is hugging everyone, picking up the little nieces. And the mom says it was always Paula's dream to bring us to the United States. And I was like, she knows you're not staying, right? Like, the way she said it was like bringing us all to the United States. And I was like, it's a one-way thing. Like,
you can say
you have a return flight.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So they all go to the apartment and the mom goes, it's different, right? Paula, it's different, right? She keeps saying it's different. And the sister looks slightly confused. Could be the air mattress leaning up against the wall. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're all staying here. I think he thinks because they live in another country that he thinks, does he think he knows where they live? Like, they're very poor and they are used to
he's seen it
in one room, but he's seen how they lived.
He's seen her apartment.
She lives very nicely. So,
and she said to me that they traveled together a lot, and she always had deodorant and perfume and lotion. He never said one word till she got to the States. Never once did he ever mention any of this till she got to the United States.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Because it's in his space. He needs to control his space.
This is his safe space.
He's letting her come into his safe space.
Right.
They should have gotten an apartment that's a fresh start for both of them, because it really still feels like she's a visitor staying at his place.
Agreed.
So Thomas, in Portuguese, because I guess he knows Portuguese, says, these are the laws of the land, for right away. Even though she said, please don't be like a dictator with my family. Yeah. First of all, no shoes inside. And they're like, no problem. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I am a very sensitive man to smells. And they start going, okay. And he says, no perfumes in the apartment, nothing in soaps. And Paula goes, sorry, I want to call her Paula because that's how she says it, but he calls her Paula. So I feel bad, like I'm mispronouncing it.
Yeah. And she told me that nobody calls her Paula. It's really Paulina. So
Paulina. So she says, wait, are you saying my family can't use soap? And he's like, well, yes, they have scents in them. And I don't like that. And we can buy something without, smells. So the mom goes, I brought baby soap. And he's like, great. That's perfect. They make baby soap with no perfume because babies are sensitive like me. I'm just a sensitive little boy. And baby. The parents say his rules are very strange. When we have guests, we don't make rules for them. We try to make them happy and feel welcome, like normal people do.
Yes.
And so she shows them the bedroom, and the brother, Aldir, is so confused. He is like, you sleep in here, but there's a bed in the living room. Why don't you get a couch that pulls out into a bed? And Thomas says, well, because when we have guests stay, they don't want to sleep on a couch. They would want to sleep on a bed.
It's called
how often
sofa bed.
Pull out. How often does he have guests? His family lives out of state. How often does that happen? Whereas in your day-to-day life, you have a bed instead of a couch.
Listen. Thank God he's got that bed, because he's got 8 people there. They've got their bed, and then they've got mom and dad are going to sleep on the big bed. Then we've got sister and brother, with the blow-up mattress, and I guess the kids are in sleeping bags.
Or that camping chair thing.
Sure. Here's a chair, night.
Yeah. It was like a chair, long chair. I think it could fit a child.
Like a cot.
It was like a cot, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So the brother's just asking all the questions. Wouldn't it be better to put the TV in here and then you could be comfortable and watch TV? And Thomas says, there's not one TV in here. And I'm very proud of that.
No TVs in the apartment.
I am better than all of you bad, non-intellectual people who watch TV.
However,
what he would think of us who watch TV for a living.
However, what you're watching right here is all these people. I'm on a TV show.
I'm on a TV show.
Yeah, but I'll never watch it because I don't own television. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I read Nietzsche. With what's his face?
Oh, what was his name?
Life of Beer Can.
Life of Beer Can. Yes.
Yeah. So the brothers just utterly confused, and they're like, what? No TV? They're all like, peas and carrots. No TV, no TV. Oh my God. And that would be my reaction. I would actually implode if you said no TV. So the sister and brother say, I worry about Thomas's quirks. A bit annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is a bit annoying.
They are so different. How are they going to get married? So there aren't enough chairs. And Thomas is like, there are 2 on the balcony. bring in the balcony chairs. So the brother gives up his chair for the mom and brings in the balcony chairs. And Paula says, she's traveled for many hours. Of course she wants to sit, Thomas. She's like yelling at Thomas. I was like, that lasted about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know when she wants to sit. I didn't want to like dictate when she wanted to sit. And the dad says, yikes. But it's in Portuguese, so it sounds like yeesh. So the not fighting thing is going great. Can you imagine there are 10 people plus cameramen and a producer in that apartment?
Yeah.
And it's so claustrophobic. Yeah. Bumping into each other. So they ask, what else is improvised here? And Thomas is like, everything. I'm the master at improvising. And the mom says, I can see that. So unimpressed. And Thomas says, isn't it impressive? I didn't buy anything for your arrival. I spent $0 on you people. Like that you should be bragging about.
These are old sheets I found in the dumpster. Towels. There's rolls of paper towels in the bathroom. Good luck.
My weird crackhead neighbor, I borrowed some stuff from them, a toothbrush for you. So I spent nothing. And he's bragging. Again, this is not like extreme cheapskates where
it's embarrassing. Does he have like pillows for 8 people? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So the brother mutters, he's crazy. So Paula says it's a lot of pressure to get married because I don't want to send my family back with this horrible story. Like we came all this way to Paula's wedding. She gave up and I don't want to send them back without a wedding, but this is so embarrassing living like this. And so Thomas is sitting at the little floor table and says, this will be the kids' table, as if this isn't his normal table that he sits at.
Yeah.
We got this just for the kids. I don't make your daughter sit at this table every day. So, and again, the brother goes, he's crazy.
Yeah.
So the mom goes, the wedding is set, right? Like, can we get her out of this?
Like, we have to go to it. Did you put a deposit down? Yes.
So the brother goes, Hail Mary. So then they're all just a lot of muttering about Thomas. So then it's the next morning and Thomas is like, did you sleep well? And they're like, yes. And then right away, he's like, wait, don't put that suitcase on the blow up mattress. It's delicate with like a balloon. Don't put the suitcase on it. And the mom goes, stop being such a son-in-law, Thomas. She hates him. And it's chaos and there's so many people and he's doing like an airplane move with one of the nieces. I will say Thomas annoys the crap out of me, but he seems to be really good with the kids.
He does seem to be good with the kids. He does. Yeah.
So I don't know how he would be disciplining them. Like I can't imagine if they spill something on his carpet or like what if their glue stick for their school project has a scent in it? He would flip out.
What if they become a teenager and want to wear Axe body spray?
No.
Mm-mm.
So the mom says, there's too many people here. We're all trying to shower in this bathroom. It's chaos. We can't cook. We should be at a hotel.
Yes.
Blame your daughter for that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing in this that's not Thomas's fault. That's so right. Then the shitster son, brother guy, he goes, this steak, he pulls a steak out of the freezer and he goes, this steak has been in the fridge for 2 years. And look, it's old. He looks at the date and Thomas says, it's frozen beef to make soup.
Right.
Okay. And they're all smelling it and it's clearly spoiled and smells bad. And he goes, this is chaos. I am not protecting my peace in this apartment. It's suffocating and it's been half a day. So I didn't like this. Paula starts criticizing him in front of the family. Like, why did we buy new meat when you have meat that's going bad and you throw out meat, but you're buying new meat? And he's like, respect the facts. I bought it to eat and then I was sent out of town for work. So I came back and it's bad. It was an accident.
But 2 years ago?
Why did you put it in the freezer?
So why'd you put it in the freezer? To
save.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to make soup out of
rancid meat
either. So but she shouldn't be piling on him in front of everybody.
She's had it. She probably didn't sleep either.
Yeah, that's true. So the brother says Thomas complains about a pin but not an elephant. which
I liked
that's
this.
a great expression.
It was really good.
We need to get it to Sarper. Sarper can turkey it up a little.
He can make it a real Turkish saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the elephant's penis is the size of a pin because he's not a real man like me.
He's not a leader like me.
Yeah. Right. So he goes, big things he cares about, he doesn't care about, like having furniture. Like that's something you should care about. But he is complaining about a suitcase on an air mattress. So I think Paula is regretting inviting us here because he's getting pretty annoyed and he's annoying. Mm-hmm. So Paula says, I would never admit this to Thomas, but this is too many people in the apartment. Mm-hmm. So you can get a hotel right now.
Right now.
Pack up. Go on hotels.com or just walk over.
Yeah.
So the kids are running around and my mom is complaining because it's only vegan food and there's nothing for her to eat and it's just chaos. So they go outside and they walk around Long Beach and they're looking at the boats and say how beautiful it is. And I was like, Brazil is beautiful too. But they seemed very impressed by Long Beach. Long Beach is very nice. But so is Brazil. So the brother pulls Paula aside and is like, are you happy? Mm-hmm. Are you in a minimalist cult? Where you're not allowed to have sense. Yeah. And she says, I have a calling here. I've always wanted to live in the United States. And I never had a reason to before. And he's like, is Thomas a good enough reason to do that though? So is he just like your vehicle to get to the United States? Yeah. And she says, he's part of my life, but not the center of my life. He's a gift from the universe, but he's not my universe. I loved that. I like that.
I like her, I like her like he's a part of my life, but he's not the center of my life.
Not the center.
Which is a good way to think about it. But the brother's like, so you flew all this way, you moved here. Yeah. She has a super successful business in Brazil. Yes. He's like, for this guy? For him?
For him? Yeah. So the brother's like, we've noticed that you guys fight a lot and it's only been half a day. And she says, well, we bicker. They call it bickering in the United States. And then it leads to datelines in the United States. So, so he says, what if it's like magical in the beginning and then you realize you can't overcome your differences? And I was like, when has it been magical?
We haven't seen anything magical
footage
yet.
Not found.
No.
Not even the day they arrived. They started fighting right away. Mm-hmm. So he says, you have a business and a life that you've built in Brazil. Is it worth gambling that? And she's like, time will tell. And she says, hearing that from my brother is affecting me. And I'm not sure if I'm going to say yes. And I love Thomas, but is it enough to sign away a life of being happy? Because I know which the unsaid part is because I think he won't make me happy.
Right. Like he will not bend on a kitchen table. I mean, you know what I mean?
She just wants like a nice life. And it seems like she had such a nice life in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like a job she enjoyed, a space she enjoyed, her family. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Ashia and Maxwell. So Ashia and sister Blaze, head to a fabric store. They're going to find stuff for the wedding. And when they walk in, she says her colors are chocolate brown and white. But then later she says she wants her color to be red. So unclear. Blaze tells us she's a designer and has a seamstress that can get this dress done in 48 hours.
Wow.
Blaze is a designer. I could see
she has a hookup.
Yeah.
She does seem cool. And
she does.
Put together.
Yeah, she does. So Ashia explained to the shop ladies about the visa that they got denied, but that they're going to get married here. So then they maybe can get them over on the spousal visa. They show her the fabric. She likes it. And then she's like, can I see it in white? Of course, it's like the very top shelf. So Blaze tells Ashia, I have to tell you that I am worried about how Maxwell is going to be treated in the United States. And Ashia goes, okay, listen, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I hate that expression.
I don't even know. Let's leave the horses alone.
Yeah. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but there are benefits of being with an older woman, like wisdom. I've got wisdom. I am stable. I will be able to help him with this transition. And Blaze says, but what if there are things you want him to do that he doesn't want to do? Do you think he's just doing all these things just to please you? And Ashia goes, yeah, could be. Could be. And the talking head Blaze says, I am concerned. I like Ashia as a person. She
was fine with that. She was like, yes, he is doing everything to please me. And that's exactly our setup.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
So Blaze says, I like Ashia as a person. But, Rod, her brother, has brought up that he thinks Maxwell is a scammer. So I worry that when Maxwell goes to the United States, that's how people will treat him there.
So she doesn't communicate that to Ashia.
She acts like Ashia is going to mistreat him.
Right. And that's a valid concern that Rod brought. So she should bring that up to Ashia.
Ashia says, it's hard for me when people are against me, but they have what I want. Like, you're married with kids and happy, but you're blocking me from getting what I want. Why not help me and Maxwell get what we both want? We need, before the wedding, we need to be talking about joy and peace. And we have not had any peace. And she goes, and Blaze goes, oh, you haven't had any peace? She says, no. It's like when Jesus was going to the cross and Peter said, no. And Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan. You are my stumbling block. I was like, I did not know that's where that came from. What do you say? Get behind me, Satan. I didn't know that.
I've never heard get behind me, Satan, but I like it.
Oh,
I've heard not today, Satan.
Yeah, I think it's the same idea. Get thee behind me, Satan. You are my stumbling block. Blaze.
This was bold of her to say directly to Blaze.
She says, Blaze, you are my third party and my stumbling block.
Wow.
And Blaze says,
she's done.
Blaze says, okay, so I hope he's making the right decision and I hope that you will be happy. I'm wishing you the best. And she goes, are you really? And she goes, yes, I really am. Now I'm scared of you.
I mean, she was scared, I think. Yeah. She invoked scripture and Blaze is the type that has a big front, but maybe once you confront them, they back off.
Yes. Yes. And also she doesn't want her to start talking in tongues again.
Yeah. That's true. No one does.
Nobody does. So in her talking head, Ashia says, I feel Rod is doing his best to scare off Maxwell and his whole family, but I'm not about to let that happen. I mean, she is furious now. Yeah. Why did I bring all these people here? So
that was, your fault.
Yeah.
That might not have been a good idea.
So she says, I'm going to meet Rod for dinner. He wanted to meet with me. So I guess he just thought he could just talk to me. But then he shows up with my mom's best friend, Catie. I guess they think it's safety in numbers or something. So he walks up and goes, how are you? And she goes, good. He says, are you getting anxious? She goes, just like the jitters for the wedding. And then Catie, who we haven't really heard from, is obviously a very smart, astute woman. Because she just lays it out. And she goes, now, Catie, why are you here? And Catie goes, I don't know. And then she says, listen, I told Rod that I love you and I want you to do what's right. And I don't think your mom and your sisters will tell you this because they love you so much. I think you're moving too fast. It seems like you've come so far that you don't want to turn around.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Exactly. That's what she's saying. She says, I think you should give yourself a little more time to think this over. You need to get to know him more. You need to get to know his family more. You can't just get to know someone over the phone. And I love you and I want you to take your time. And that is why I'm here. So she explained it very well. And I think her saying your mom and your sisters won't say this to you.
Yeah.
And so she says to Rod, well, you're over there quiet, acting like a bump on a log. So what's your problem? And Rod goes, well, I came all the way here to meet him. Will you value my opinion? Will you? And she goes, okay. Yes, I will. She had to think about it.
No.
And he says, basically, I think Maxwell has a lot of challenges ahead of him in the United States, like his resume, like it's like a newborn baby in the United States. It's already hard to get a job, and we don't even know if he can eventually come to the U.S. And Ashia goes, well, Rod, like how in your profession, like in anybody's profession, you interview and hire people based on other people's recommendations. Like you might say, I got a friend, I got a son, he's a good worker. Will you talk to him? And then you would talk to that person, do him a favor. And he goes, oh, you're saying you have those connects? And she goes, I'm looking at the connect.
You're my connect.
He goes, what? I'm supposed to give him a job. What? I was dying. So he goes, no, I don't know about that now. He goes, now listen, I'm just saying you need to give this some more time and wait. And she says, I'm not waiting. And he goes, are you that desperate to have somebody else's last name? And she goes, what? And he goes, I just want you taken care of and you deserve better. And she goes, wow. Okay, that's something right there now. Okay. And he says, I want the best for you. And she says, we have made the commitment to get married. So whether it's now or later, we are committed to each other and getting married. And he says, I mean, just because you said it, I mean, you have to do it 6 months from now. I mean, that's not exactly true,
Right.
So he says, so what if I don't come to the wedding? What if I change my ticket to leave tomorrow? Would that be okay with you? And she goes, what do you mean? And in her talking head, she says, I am so hurt that he is doing this. And he is trying to get me to choose. It's making me so mad. I have supported Rod in everything in his life, and he can't give me the same respect.
I want to know what Rod's relationship history is. Like, does he have any crazy, like, weird relationships that she has sat through?
Yeah. And she's like, don't make me bring up that ex-girlfriend you had. Yeah.
Exactly. You were on Love After Lockup, but you got cut right before they aired the episode.
She says, Rod, you are for me or against me. And I feel like y'all have sat at this table and tried to find every reason for me to prolong this. And he says, you need to postpone.
I heard that. I rewound.
Postpone. And she says, I am not postponing anything. She says, and he goes, why not? She goes, I have already told you every month I am losing an egg and I am not getting any younger. And he goes,
she should have been. That's our answer to if she's been. We did wonder, has she been freezing her eggs? And she should have been. She could afford it.
And he says, oh, so this is what this is about. You want to get knocked up. And I don't think that's a nice way to say that.
No.
And she says,
Jesus is listening.
That's right. Jesus would not approve of that language. She goes, oh, no, I am not ready to get knocked up. He says, that's just what you told me, and slammed his hand on the table. And he says, I wish you would turn around and hear yourself. And she grabs her purse, stays down, and goes, oh, no. Oh, no. I know you did not just slam your hands on the table. Oh, no, baby. That is the one thing I do not do. I do not do violence. She walks right out of the restaurant.
She's done. Good for her.
Fuck you people.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Fuck you people that I made get a yellow fever vaccine and fly for here. 26 hours here. Yeah.
So we're going to end with our favorite alcoholic. It's Catie and possibly Josh, who we find out got blackout drunk by himself.
You know what? Let him.
He deserves it. He deserves it. Yeah.
Notice that when he gets drunk, he's celebrating that Catie is out of the apartment. When she gets drunk, it's just every day. But the only time he gets drunk is when she's not there. I don't know what that says.
He doesn't feel safe getting drunk around her. He doesn't know what might happen to him.
He needs to be on alert. Yeah.
Wake up with something stuck in his butt. He doesn't know.
Yep. Yeah. That used vibrator that had stains on it. So they are biking around town, and for a change, he's hungover. And she was at her bachelorette party, the death party the night before, and she says, I followed all the rules, which were don't make out with anyone, don't ask to make out with anyone, don't throw up except in the road, and have fun. Wasn't the rule don't throw up in the road?
I think the rule was don't get blackout drunk, don't make out with anybody, don't throw up in the road.
Correct. Yeah. So she is. There were only 3 rules. She got one of them wrong. Yeah. She thinks it's only throw up in the road. Ever heard of a toilet? So she just couldn't even get it right. Just There were only 3.
And she was so proud. She was so proud.
So proud.
So proud. Yeah.
So proud. So they set out a picnic and she wants to bring up the open relationship. And she says, if he says no, he'll be the only person I'll be with the rest of my life. And that's a crazy commitment. And I didn't realize getting married was making such a crazy commitment, I guess. So she tells him how proud she is for following the rules. And she says it's nice to not have to call anyone to apologize the next day or to ask what happened because you don't remember.
Good.
And I think that probably is a great feeling. So again, you might need some sort of rehab or help with this. Just
therapy.
Yeah. So he says, I was expecting her to make out with someone, so I'm very relieved and I feel like I can trust her more. And it now really seems like she wants to get married.
From one night? Making out with somebody one night? Ugh.
And then he's going to be happy for like 30 seconds and then she's going to ruin it with this conversation. Yeah. So he got drunk last night because he was watching the news and he got very upset. He was watching ICE and American citizens and immigrants being detained. And he's like, I'm trying to follow the rules and I'm still very scared. Every day I wake up and I'm thinking, is this the day I'll be, rounded up? Yeah. And even though I'm here legally on a visa, and it's so sad. He's British, which is not typically what they're looking for, but he's also not white.
Correct.
And that's key. So
that's what he's scared of. Yeah.
That he has every reason to be scared. And as he's expressing this, and she's like, oh, I feel so bad for him. She is shoving crackers in her mouth. This is how she eats.
You guys, Kimberly is shoving tissues in her mouth. Oh my God.
I've never seen, she's like a toddler. It's like she misses her mouth each time. And
she's just,
what's going on?
She's just, something's not right with her. And
something's not right.
Maybe we'll find out one day what it actually is. Yeah.
And like eating with her mouth open.
With mouth open, yes.
Always the food is falling out. Like always, like she's not taking appropriate sized bites. There's
all of this is true. All of this is true. Yeah.
So let's sign her up for an etiquette class with that lady from Ladies of London.
Oh yeah.
So
Micah.
He says it's weighing on me very heavily that I don't feel welcome or safe in America. And she says she feels bad for him. She goes, I feel really bad for Josh, but he's bringing this up at the worst time because I really wanted to talk about an open marriage today.
Yeah, do you think this is a bad time? He's worried about ICE agents taking him down. Do you think I want
to sleep around?
Which do you think is worse?
Is ruining me wanting to stick my tongue in people's mouths.
God,
against their will.
Thanks a lot, ICE.
Thanks a lot, ICE. Ruined another picnic. So she starts off really nice and she's like, how can I make you feel more comfortable and welcome? And he says, wow, that is so nice of you to ask. Because he's shocked because she never shows any she never asks him how he's doing. No. She never asked to try to make his life easier.
We were shocked at Easter when she says, is there anything I could do to help you? We were like, whoa.
He was shocked too.
Yes.
Like we were.
Whoa. Yeah.
So it's working. She's done it twice now. She has asked a normal question that you would ask if you were a loving partner.
Yeah.
So he says, well, I feel really welcome with you. I feel like we can be open with each other and tell each other, how we're feeling. And that's really good that we have a safe space like that. And she's like, speaking of open, do you ever think that do you ever feel scared of feeling restricted by not having new experiences in marriage? Like, now I'm fine, but will I feel fine in 5 years? Like, what if in 5 years I want to make out with someone because I really love the chase of forcing people to tongue kiss me without their permission. I love that feeling when they put their hands in my face to keep me from assaulting them.
And they say, no, Catie, I don't want it. No, gosh, I'm dying.
No is just an opening line. And it's like I feel like I can get there if I just use enough force and my upper body strength, and I just can make it happen. I love that chase. So what if I want to do that chase in 5 years? And he tells us, I'm done with this. I cannot believe she's saying this. Like, maybe the signs were always there that she wasn't actually wanting to be in a marriage with me. Yes, they were. Yes, they were, Josh. Yes. If she's asking me for an open marriage, the answer will be no. I'm totally blindsided. Which, why? Why are you blindsided?
God bless.
Yeah. So he says, so you're saying, very polite. So what I'm hearing you say is you're not sure about monogamy. And she's like, well, I just don't want to close off all my experiences. And he says, well, we're not in an open relationship. That's not what I signed up for. And we're supposed to be getting married in 4 weeks. So why are we even doing any of this? And which, again, Josh, she never really wanted you to come. No. This visa thing was all your idea.
That's what she said.
Push this. Yeah. So she says, I'm saying goodbye to all my single life freedom, which is awesome because we're building a new life and that's what you're supposed to do. But I still want to have new experiences. How will I have new experiences? She has, I think, some ADHD. This is something I know people like this who constantly want to be moving, changing jobs, so everything needs to be chaos and in movement. Yes. It can't be stagnant. So she can't keep trying. She'll be trying to be in a monogamous relationship, but be I'm going to try diamond painting, then knitting, then crocheting, new hobbies. That's not giving me the thrill I'm looking for. No, maybe I'm going to have to literally change a job or change apartments every 2 months. Which is why she was a perfect travel pet sitter. So she could
yes, totally. Yes.
Move around constantly.
Yes.
So, she says, I want to have new experiences. And he says, well, I just feel like I've had my fun in life. And now it's time to have a home and children and settle down. I like being monogamous. And she says, is it a firm no? And he says, I'm not getting married to be in an open relationship. And she says, what if I miss the chase and want to make out in the future? What do we do? And he says he's at a loss for words. He says, it kind of feels like you're giving me the middle finger because I've moved my whole life here and you're telling me this. And he tells us, I can't say in the future I'll be up for X, Y, and Z because I can't. It's the future. So I don't know what I'll be up for in the future, but I can't stay here past my visa. So we have to make a decision, but I can't get married if it's the wrong thing to do. So his whole life is now up in flux.
I mean, if somebody says to you, I really want to have an open relationship and you say no, well, now you're just sitting around waiting for them to cheat on you. Because you're it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So now you're just sitting around 100%. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. And they warned you it was gonna happen.
Because she's already cheated on him, in front of him.
In front of him, yes.
In front of him. And now she's telling him she's not sure that she'll be monogamous always. So what do you do? Oh. You can't get married, but we know he's here.
We know he's here. He's constantly posting. So next time on, Josh's parents arrive in the United States for the blessed event. We're so excited. Oh, God. And they sit outside and chat with Catie's parents. And they said, oh, have you worked on your vows? And Catie goes, I vow to not get other lovers. I'm going to try really hard. And everybody just looks at her like, what? I vow not to get other lovers. I'm going to try really hard.
She says this in front of his parents and her super religious parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who hate her.
They are so mad that they are back for this wedding. They're like, God, you're coming back home for the wedding? Shit. We see Paula try on a wedding dress and they're all like, look at this. You look so beautiful. And she's like, I know that like I look great or it looks one way, but I'm really not comfortable here. You know, Annabelle meets with Shay's daughter, Madison, the daughter that he had with Nicole, the one that I read you the stuff from last week. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. And Madison has heard a lot about Annabelle from Nicole, of course. And Annabelle,
I was hoping this was a Matt Sharp fake out in the editing. Like it looks like she's going to tell Annabelle off, but maybe she'll be like,
I understand my mom's a nightmare. You know?
Yeah, exactly. My mom's crazy. And I know Shay is super shady. So like, I'm on your side, girl.
Yeah. I look forward to you being my stepmom.
Right. You take me away from my mom, please.
And you still have that extra room. Can I stay here?
Yeah.
Mallory talks to Rosh and he says, if you don't want to have a baby, we will break up and I will leave. So there's that. Debby tells Mido, I can't imagine getting married without Caden. And he's literally in his under eye patches. And he's like, what? So
he's like, I saw that Brad Pitt uses these.
Yes,
these are the Hollywood stars use these eye patches.
I found these in the refrigerator. Is this what you're supposed to do with them? So Marissa says she was going to tell Edward she is excited now about getting married to him. But now they had a fight. She doesn't know how to get that feeling back of happiness. And she's crying about it. That's it. We had no Mallory this week, no Shay this week, but we're getting them back next week. So that's good.
Yeah.
What a ride. What a ride. And we don't have Kimberly's Corner because no diaries. But just programming notes for everybody. Mondays, Keisha and I are doing Agent Appropriate because that is what has replaced Love After Lockup for now. And Kimberly and I are covering Double Lives of Suburban Wives. It was on the free feed this week. It'll go to $10 Pink Shade Prime for next week. I got to say, the more I've thought about it, and I watched it again because it came on last night after 90 Day, and I was like, okay, this is a good show.
I'm excited.
It's a good show. Again, my husband came in the room and it was the scene that I put the reel out about they were at the shop and they went in the bathroom like, shaking their boobs. Yeah. And Dave was like, what is going on? I go, they're OnlyFans creators. He goes, huh? And I said, forget it. Because he left when I went to dinner with the kids the other night, and I'm going to tell you about this on the show. I just started to ask the kids like this, telling them about the concept of the show. And John said flat out he would never speak to me again, ever, if I did this.
Yeah.
And it goes, what if I did it? He goes, I'd never speak to you again either. And it's like, what if we did mother-daughter content? He's like, oh my God. Then Dave had left because he had to go get home to get on a call. So the kids and I were still sitting at dinner. I was like, oh, I forgot you missed that whole conversation. But it is very interesting when you watch it of how into it the husbands are.
Very.
That's the weird part to me.
Also, on Age Inappropriate, there's a couple with OnlyFans, and it's very dramatic. And so I'm like, OnlyFans is really just, we would have almost no reality shows anymore without OnlyFans.
Love After Lockup, we had that girl doing OnlyFans.
Last Resort, Kara.
Now these two shows. Yep. We got 4 shows right now with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Storyline.
Crazy.
And Real
when
Housewives?
Is there going to be a show that's just, well, I guess this show, Double Lives of Secret Suburban Sexy Wives. I forgot what it's called.
I don't know. Double Lives, Sexy Wives. But they, I will say that Kristen, our social media manager, put out a reel from our episode, and when it said OnlyFans every time, it's like beep. I was like, I guess OnlyFans is something you can't say.
Oh, interesting.
It must be a TikTok thing because she does it for both. I haven't put anything on TikTok in weeks. I gotta get over there. Gotta get over to TikTok. I always forget about it.
I know. Me too.
Sorry, TikTokers. That's it, everybody. Please make sure you are following us on our social medias. That is at Pink Shade Pod. It is at Dateline. YouTube is Pink Shade, and Kimberly and Katie's is at A Date with K and K. And that's where you can find all our stuff. And Kimberly and Catie are on the TikTok as well. At Dateline.
I know.
That's where you find them.
if you watch one of our last episodes, you'll see the OnlyFans account that my dad is starting that is for Ralphie's Toe Beans. And it's dog paw OnlyFans, which he got the idea from Courtney on 90 Day Diaries doing her foot OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So he thinks there's a market for it. It's gotten me thinking, are there any body parts that I could do without showing my face?
Well, how are your feet? Do you go on a wiki feet?
They're not that great.
Mine aren't either, but I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe it because none of these people are like the most gorgeous, most perfect thing I've ever seen.
On the double lives, they make money by just like wearing a pair of underwear for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then the husband vacuum seals it and sends it off.
I'd rather send a jar of my farts.
Ew. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let us know if you have any ideas for us.
Stephanie bought a house with that money. Fart jar money.
She was doing other things on the internet. She was doing other things. I don't know if she was doing Cara level content. Everybody, that's it. Thanks so much for joining us. Please leave a 5-star review if you feel so inclined. If you don't have anything nice to say, you could DM us and tell us. Don't leave a bad review. Please. It doesn't help. We don't like it. We don't like it. And if you don't like my hair, I'm sorry. I am clean today, and that's all I can say. All right.
I think you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Okay, bye.